Hello, bonjour and welcome to your new Bonjour Private Wine video. I'm your host Julien and here we're talking about a Napa Cabernet Sauvignon wine by a pretty special winery. This is a wine that you've received as part of our domestic US wine selection. 6 wines that we've cherry-picked for you throughout the best vineyard areas of the West Coast. So here we'll discuss the backstory of this wine, what you should expect from it in terms of style, my tasting notes, highlights, food pairing suggestions and when to drink it. Let's go. Peju Winery is a classic and iconic name in the Napa Valley, located in the Rutherford area, which is of course in the heart of some of the best vineyards in Napa Valley. So some nearly 20 years ago now, it's a love for farming and a passion for wine that brought the winery's founder Tony Peju to the Napa Valley when he and his wife Herta purchased 30 acres of land there in 1983. Neighboring vineyards in Rutherford, famous names include Robert Mondavi, Inglenook and Beaulieu Vineyard. So we are between Highway 29 and the Napa River for those who know the area. Almost 10 years after arriving in Rutherford, Tony decided to start building a winery, and he did so using the plans conceived by Los Angeles architect Calvin Straub, giving birth to this unique architectural complex. Tony also studied winemaking at UC Davis in the 1980s. So we're talking here really about a man that is dedicated to wine, not someone just investing in wine, but investing his life into wine, building a winery and building its reputation from scratch with great success in a great area of Napa Valley. So this 2016 Cabernet is of course mainly made from Cabernet, but it includes small proportions of other Bordeaux varietals such as a little bit of Merlot and a bit of Petit Verdot, just to complexify and perfect the whole blend. So it's in fact more technically of a Bordeaux red blend aged in French oak barrels than it is just a Cabernet Sauvignon. Of course, the traditional aging in French oak barrels is traditional in Napa, and it's also been traditional in Bordeaux for a while as well. The concentration of Peju's Cabernet is obvious at a glance. You could almost let yourself imagine and guess what story this wine is going to tell you by looking at how dense it looks like, how dark its red color is. But while you may expect a really explosive smell, the wine's aromatic profile is in fact subtle and really refined. Restrained almost, like an age-worthy young Cabernet can be. It only lets out the precise signature blackcurrant aromas that are so typical of Cabernet Sauvignon. Really pure and melodious expression here. The palate will eventually tell us how explosive it is. And yes, there is some explosive character and fruitiness into this wine, dominated by the blackcurrant and the ripe cherry flavors. Really powerful, but there's also some delicate notes of vanilla, a bit of nutmeg, a bit of clove. All of this add layers of complexity and some delicate vinosity as well into this wine. So the overall wine's delivery is brilliantly smooth and textural. It's got this silky tannins and a balanced oily texture that combine to form the experience of a wine that pleases the taster lucky enough to be able to enjoy it now, but clearly it's also a wine that promises to enchant the passionate wine connoisseur who will wisely know how to leave it mature and grow for a little while. So let's talk about this. And this is surely a wine that you can cellar for 10-15 years if you feel so inclined. Good Napa wine, as we know, age very well for that time when they're serious, like Peju's. It's delicious and nice. It's nice and fruity now. You get the purity and the refinement of a young wine. But I'd say ideally with 2, 3, 4, 5 years, it'll become even more special, even smoother, a little bit more characterful and deeper as well. So if you want to wait a little bit on this one, this is is a good one to do exactly that. Or if you want, you could also try this one now or shortly, and if you like it, you can just stock up and cellar it for 5, 10, 15 years if you want. If you want to leave and forget a case in your cellar, it's possible with this wine. I'm sure you have an idea of what to pair a good Cabernet with, the powerful meaty dishes, the rich foods, although Peju's is quite refined as well. So if you have something both rich but refined and a bit sophisticated to go with it as well, there you'll have an absolutely perfect pairing. Enjoy Peju's excellent Napa Cabernet, and I will see you soon with another video from the Bonjour Private Wine Partnership. Au revoir. Cheers.